What's up, everybody? Happy weekend, and welcome to Perry Politics today. It's a lot, the fire update in LA. They got some parts. They said some parts was like 87% contained, other ones lower. But the update I got a few minutes ago, it was California wildfires live update. Death toll rise to 13 as Palisades fire expand east to Brentwood and Encino. So they're issuing evacuation for some of these parts that they feel like this fire is heading to. And once again, people, prayers out to everybody that's affected by these fires. I mean, a lot of people don't have no place to go, really no money to travel, eat, all these things. It's really, sad that this is happening. So prayers out to all these people. And I wanted to get into some of the stuff. Sherelle, you can stop me anytime if you feel like you want to say something.
Okay.
But I really just wanted to get into, it's bad enough that these things are going on in LA. But then you get this president-elect that's back doing the same shit he did when he was in office. Misinformation, misinformation, misinformation. And that's what this guy is all about. And he has something against Governor Gavin Newsom. Like, this guy has really lost his mind, right? Now he's coming out making statements, really wanting to take advantage of a crisis. Instead of trying to help, say something positive, him being the freak that he is, and that's what he's doing out here, just trying to just tweet all day, the same thing he did when first time he was in office, and now he's out there posting stuff like this, calling people names. You know how he get and all this bull crap.
Can I speak on the victims?
Yeah, you can.
Before you show, because I want you to know what state of mind that they're in.
Mm-hmm.
Is devastating. I mean, I couldn't imagine. We have lots of family in LA.
Yeah.
People, did you hear about the young man trying to protect his home with a water hose? And
they found him the next morning with the water hose in his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they said the death toll now is 13 now.
It's
that's
more
what
than
they know.
that.
Yeah,
it's going to be more than that. I just, for some reason they said that we shared a gas pipeline way in Vegas with LA,
Mhm.
and they put a warning for us to go get gas. We were affected for a couple days. How did that work? Why were we affected?
Basically, it was a shared gas line that they pump gas. We get gas from LA. It's like a 560 something mile line. And I guess maybe just for them to conserve gasoline with all the fire engines and whatnot, people trying to evacuate, they wanted to cut a line off. And I guess we was affected for like a day where we got the alert we had to go out and get gas. So some gas stations ran out of gas here, but I got up immediately and filled cars up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's basically that's what happens, Sherelle.
I just want to. I just feel so bad. I feel like words can't explain how bad I feel for them. Their world was just ripped. And I heard a woman say, a lot of people say, well, at least you're still alive. And she goes, yeah, that's true, but it's still devastating at the same time. So I just wanted to,
Oh, it's devastating. And that's the one thing, at the end of the day, yes, you still blessed to be alive, but it don't mean that your life hasn't turned upside down.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's a pleasant thing. That's all you can really say to a person. Just thank God you're still here. But, it's still very damaging to people who lost their homes, apartments, just anything like that. Basically,
Animals,
for maybe 100,000 that's been displaced, where they had to shift and go somewhere else. And nobody plans for that. If you paying rent, paying a mortgage, nobody plan on picking up tomorrow, going somewhere else. So, like I said, once again, prayers out to these people. And they're saying they're opening up some kind of homeless shelters and different things. So they're trying. So, but I'm sure those places probably filling up faster than anything else down there in LA,
Yeah.
But then while all this serious stuff going on, you get the president-elect and this MAGA group of people that's still hell-bent on being racist, throwing out stereotype stuff, you know, and Trump out here doing what he do best, acting like an oversized child, throwing out criticisms about people instead of worrying about getting his cabinet together, finding a way to make America great as he campaigned for with his lying ass. He out here acting like a child, just on Twitter all day, making up stuff. And this is what he posted out about the fires instead of being helpful and all this and going after Governor Gavin Newsom. You know, here's this posting. Governor Gavin Newsom. You know what I'm saying? Now, what kind of shit is that? He know that man name. Newsom refused to sign the water restoration declaration, but before him, that would have allowed millions of gallons of water from excess rain and snow melt from the north to flow daily into many parts of California, including the area that are currently burning and virtually, what's that word? Well, whatever.
Yeah. Apocalyptic.
Yeah, way. He wanted to protect an essential worthless fish called smelt. By giving it less water, it didn't work, but didn't care about people of California now. You know, at a certain point, he just go up there and ramble, make up shit, lie. He probably lies over maybe 30,000, maybe 30 lies a day. And that was sort of proven when he was in office, right? Now, he go through this whole meltdown and all this stuff. And then Gavin Newsom probably eventually had to come back and check him, right? And
put that up again. He made up a whole thing. They said that there's no form called the Water Restoration Declaration. He just made that up.
Yeah, he made it up. And then he's talking about this fish called smelt. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just makes all this stuff up in his own sick ass head. But Gavin Newsom came back to respond because, you know, most people, look, Facebook starting to get rid of fact checking. That's why they almost got suspended a while back, you know, for fact checking, and which led to Trump being suspended. Now they're reversing it to kiss the ring. But now with this fact checking, I guess we have to do it. So Governor Newsom come back. There is not such document as the Water Restoration Declaration. That is pure fiction. The governor is focused on protecting people, not playing politics, and making sure firefighters have all the resources they need. Now, that's a governor. That's like a leader. Trump know nothing about this. It's not a such thing. He make up a document, but people take it and run with it. They don't even try to fact check it. They really don't give a damn. It sounds good to me. Let's run with it. You know, it's crazy. But with Trump, the sad thing about it, those are things you have to do. You have to fact check them and come out, and hopefully somebody's listening with common sense and realize, yeah, you're right. He's a damn liar. He's a liar. And so now that he's on this campaign, he can't wait to go get into office. But now he's trying to tear down anything that go wrong. It's the Democrats' fault, Governor Newsom's fault. And instead of coming up with plans, and now you got him. Once he gets started, you get the MAGA people, you get Fox News and all these people. And here's Trump again. Sure, like I said, stop me whenever you want to say something.
Okay.
Blaming Democrats, Kamala Harris, everybody for this bullshit. Here's a clip.
As the California fires rage, a political inferno has erupted on the sidelines.
So what's happened is a tragedy, and the governor has not done a good job.
While homes burn, President-elect Donald Trump is attacking California's governor and the mayor of Los Angeles, blaming them for the firestorm.
This is a true tragedy, and it's a mistake of the governor.
It's not just rhetoric. There's real concern the incoming president plans to withhold future disaster aid for political reasons.
And if we don't give him the money to put out his fires, he's got problems.
In fact, officials from the first Trump administration have gone on record claiming that in 2018, Trump initially refused relief for California after deadly fires because of the state's Democratic leanings. So when the Palisades fire erupted Tuesday, California Governor Gavin Newsom was quick to point to a lack of interference in getting aid under President Joe Biden.
No politics, no hand-wringing, no kissing of the feet.
A politicized response is one worry. The spread of misinformation is another.
It can cause a lot of consternation, stress on the victims in particular.
Trump continues to promote falsehoods about the California fires, as he did with other disasters, including Hurricane Helene.
Kamala spent all her FEMA money, billions of dollars, on housing for illegal migrants.
These, of course, are used for political gain, but also undermine confidence in government. That undermines, some of the credibility of those people as they're coming up with evacuation orders or making decisions.
With heated words and angry rhetoric spreading as fast as the flames, politics has become an unavoidable part of disasters, even if it's likely the last thing victims want to think about in a time of crisis. Jackson Prosco, Global News, Washington.
And people, we know how it go. Trump started going out here with this craziness, and the MAGA people love it. Fox News gets so excited that they just become more and more racist, right? So you drop the seed now, instead of talking about how to help somebody in LA that's in a bad situation, they want to blame other people. And we know how they do it. They get racist. They start wanting to throw stones and stereotypes at the minorities. And Fox News now out here spreading, all this devastation is going on. We basically got all these minorities and Negroes looting.
Yeah, I heard that they said that black people were looting during the fire. What would they say? What?
Well, that's the picture they want to paint.
That's crazy.
MAGA love that. Like anything that go wrong, it's the Democrats' fault. Mm-hmm. But one thing about MAGA is not going to be able to blame. Well, some of them so stupid. It'll be 3 years into his new term. Oh, I'm starving because the Democrats. They're going to always find somebody to blame.
But Perry, what do you get out of that by saying, okay, so it looks like nighttime there. It's foggy. People are devastated. What do you get out of blaming the black people? How does that help him?
Like he's a racist. To a racist, anything negative you could say to a minority, it makes them feel good inside. It makes them feel better than. And they always want to put out the stereotype that we're the ones, like, remember he said all the criminals and stuff crossing the border? Mm-hmm. He makes this shit up. And it's all racist based to me. And they get satisfaction out of it. I can't tell you too much more what they get out of it. It's just being able to lash out. You in or whatever, right? It just makes them feel good. And now that they got an opportunity, every little chance they get, they're going to try to slide it in. And they act like they worried about the crisis at hand, but they just want to be racist.
And they say that he hates California because it votes blue.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a fact.
Crazy.
And
during this time, he wants to talk about politics and racism. This makes no sense.
And now that he's in the office, they ain't got to keep lying about trying to get him elected. Now Fox is just sitting back, happy as a log, ready to be racist. And here's Fox News trying to act like they're concerned about this, but they're trying to push a narrative.
A nightmare that no one can wake up from. That's what they're saying in LA. At least 11 people are dead and even more missing. A chunk of land the size of San Francisco has been destroyed. Some of the most beautiful land in the world. Parts of Pacific Palisades look like Hiroshima after the atomic bomb. Entire communities decimated. In Altadena, about a dozen homes are left in a neighborhood of 5,000 people. 3 major fires are still uncontained as crews are bracing for another weekend of the powerful Santa Ana winds. On the streets, it's turning into the wild, wild west. Looters on scooters ransacking homes. Thieves are dashing through rubble and ash with flat screens. Some of them disguised as fire officials and utility workers. The looting is so out of hand that some residents are scared to leave their burned out homes. The governor, Newsom, says looting will not be tolerated. These communities have suffered enough. Well, unless they loot less than $950, then Gavin doesn't mind. One of the Winklevoss twins called out Newsom saying this, quote, "You and your party have been tolerating looting for years. You normalize this behavior and lawlessness. You are a disgrace. Resign now." It's a free-for-all in L.A. Every man for themselves, literally. Yesterday, local residents had to take down a vagrant with a blowtorch. They witnessed him setting fire to old Christmas trees and garbage cans. Neighbors called 911, and before the police arrived, they detained them with zip ties and a rope. A good old-fashioned citizen's arrest. Here's LAPD.
Who's going to loot Sut? It's nothing to loot. It's all burned.
Right. And, you know, looting, basically, it don't have to be a crisis for people to really be stealing when they saying looting and all that stuff. They want to portray minorities, because that's basically what they're doing, saying, oh, yeah, these minorities going to take advantage of this. If the house burnt the hell down, it may be something in there, but they put out this false narrative that we're some kind of animals. And that's the way they like to think of us, right?
I'm tired.
You know, just, I mean, that's the whole thing. But when they throw it out there, it don't take but a minute, because that kind of stuff, misinformation travels faster than true information. And then here's the one lady out here in California now. I want y'all to just check her out, what she says. That this newscaster is interviewing this lady because now she's saying they got looters on scooters. Now, they always come up with this little rhyme or whatever you want to call it, like make America great again. Now you got looters on scooters. And then you get people who just come out here and just keep pushing the narrative.
Okay, are the looters supposed to be black?
They ain't said it, but yeah.
Oh my God.
And we'll get there in a few minutes.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Getting my whole family out, all you have in your mind is just you're in survival mode at that point. I saw men coming into our neighborhoods. Police confirmed it. She had this to say. Take a listen.
It was wild. We just started seeing all these cars pull up, doors open, and groups of men running up our street, going up to the doors of these houses. And we weren't sure what was going on. I'm thinking, are these people here to help my neighbors? I hope so. And I left, and then my husband talked to the police and said, what are those guys doing? These guys don't live here. Get them out. My next door neighbor said, his quote, there were like 100 people that came up on scooters and were trying to get into any and all houses on the street.
And did you physically see police officers stopping them?
I didn't, but it's not to say that they weren't. It was so incredibly chaotic, and I was so worried about my big family and getting them out of our old tinderbox of a house that I was just focused on them first.
You know, somebody's right about something. I mean, this the classic.
Karen alert. Karen alert.
See, Fox come out with this bullshit and it just pushes it down the road. People pick it up. She act like, I asked my husband, who are these ninjas out here? Are they our neighbors? You wouldn't know if they was your damn neighbors or not. Hundreds of people. So they'll take this narrative, and did she look a bit afraid to anybody?
She looked like a liar because they still have live electricity wires. It's dangerous to go back if you are lucky enough to have the fires put out of your neighborhood. It's still dangerous to go back. You could step on a live wire. Sometimes there's mini fires that they thought all the fire was gone, and then they come back and it's like areas of many fires going on. This is a true tragedy. This isn't time for politics, racism. It's a tragedy. And something is seriously wrong with you when you would sit up there and lie.
She should have a lot of other things. If fire's going around, be thankful that it's not in your neighborhood. If your neighborhood haven't been affected by the fires, why would they be looting? They'd just be basically breaking in. They wasn't breaking in before the fires. So her lie is not making sense. And if the fire was in her neighborhood, why ain't she busy or looking a little bit more concerned and packing her shit, getting the hell out of there? Smiling, oh yeah, it's like 100 of them. She cannot show you a picture or a looter on a scooter. And Fox ain't showed you one, right? But they want you to believe this shit. They just throwing out lies. And then they finally find somebody evacuating, Sherelle. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is what they're trying to say. Yeah, they want to say as minorities, right? Somebody's actually moving. But this the picture they want to put out there.
See, that's good.
Now, y'all seen that, right? I hope everybody's seen it. Now, what they wanted to put the narrative out. Oh, look at these blacks looting in bright, pure daylight, just taking TVs, taking things out the house. That's some bullshit. Like, you can see the fire behind the house. They was evacuating, doing things that most people would try to do, save their belongings. But do they get that? No. They get the cops called on them. Now, these cops should have a lot of other shit to do. The cops ain't showed you a picture of a looter on a scooter, right? They just put these things out and it catches. Oh, yes. Oh, those ninjas are at it again. They're looting all over the place. You know, I get so tired of this shit. Like, not everybody does it, but the racist white people does it all the time. If the sun don't come out, it's the ninjas' fault. They gonna find blame to put on a minority real fast, the racist ones. Now, there's a lot of great white, Caucasian white people. Great. But this is not about them. This is about the racist ones, right? So this thing had been going all over the internet. That's what I'm saying. They'll take these lies and put it on the internet and just spread around. People just get it and say, oh, yeah. If they said they was looting, because if you thought they was looting, it can look that way, right? Oh, yeah. These people are going crazy to LA. But here's the cops at the same house.
So you guys were here when it caught fire?
Uh-huh. We stayed until the last minute.
So tell me what happened, how that played out.
They told us to leave, and we got what we could. We have dogs, we have animals. We moved that stuff, and then we waited to see. We waited across the street, and that rude guy right there, I yelled at him and cussed him out because he acted like he don't understand. Like, we trying to get our stuff. You going home tonight? We not. And we just got what we could get. That's all we can do. We got to start over.
And how many of y'all live here?
Me and my 3 kids.
You don't know where you're going next?
Nope, but I'm going somewhere.
Yeah, tell me, how did you get all these? So these all friends, family?
They are. My brothers work for the city of Pasadena. They wet the vegetation before the firefighters came. The Compton firefighters is the only ones who really put the water out here and everything. The city of Pasadena employees wet the vegetation and prevented it from getting all the fire out here. The firefighters didn't do that. The Compton, this truck right here, the 105 from Compton, they're the ones who came and put the fire out.
What did you, were there any things you were like really?
But I mean, for me, you know, being black, I noticed all the little things that probably people overlook. Why is he asking so many questions? Well, who is he?
Your mic went out. You gotta try to something went out. It's making making a really loud noise. Can you put it on mute and make sure everything's plugged in? Put it on mute because I keep hearing that. You gotta put it on mute, please. I don't know what's going on. Carrie, you have to go out and come back in. Something's going on with Harry. Hopefully he'll fix it. I can't even take him off the screen because this is his channel, so I don't know how to. I think it's sad that people thought they were looting instead of moving things out of their house. And I heard that they're protecting the rich neighborhoods. They did that in Louisiana during Katrina. They make sure that the rich houses don't get burned as much, but they tried to protect that neighborhood, and they wouldn't go down into the other areas like Altadena, Compton, stuff like that. That's what I'm hearing. And I don't see any reason to lie. I gotta get rid of that. Hold on a sec. Okay, hold on. I don't know. He's going. I hate that that's happening. Let me call him on the phone and tell him I can't talk through it. It's driving me crazy. It's just so sad what is happening. You have to come out and come back in. It's making a loud noise on the screen. Okay, I just told him. I hate that this is happening. This is a tragedy. I feel like it's man-made. They said that they had a suspect in custody. I don't know who's doing it, but I just believe with every fiber of my being, these were intentionally set fires. This is arson. I don't think it has anything to do with climate. I know my father was debating me on that, but I just feel that somebody is setting these fires, and it's going from one side of town to the other. Los Angeles is a vast land. It's very large and big, and so to go across town could take you 45 minutes. So you're going to be up with the rich people in Pacific Palisades, Malibu, all that. And then you're going to go all the way down to Altadena. That's too far. Make it make sense. Compton, that's too far. And what it is when you look at it, it's in a circle. So they were trying to trap as many people as they could. I don't know who it is. I just believe it's man-made. And I hope I'm wrong, because some ugly soul, somebody has an ugly soul. Why would you do this? I lived in California for a lot of years, and there will be a fire every year, and sometimes it's firefighters looking for overtime. But this happens too much. But this is I lived in California for a long time. I can't even think about it because I'm so devastated. But never this bad. Never this bad. Never so many at one time that form a round circle. What? And people when you were in that circle, they were scared. They didn't know which way to go. Then a stroke of worse luck is the fire come in. Hey, Donat. Oh, I would drop the link. I can't drop the link. If you want to come up when Perry comes back, I know you've been doing good coverage on it. You know, it's just sad. So when the wind comes, it makes it worse because you don't know which way to run. You don't know which way to run.
Yeah, the field noise.
No, that's better. What happened?
Well, damn. Well, no, because I can't even hear you at all.
Oh, you put Donat on the screen. Okay, that's good. I don't know how you did that. Let's see if Donat wants to come up, because he's covering it and it's just so devastating. I mean, go ahead, finish. I'm sorry, finish your presentation. It's just sad. Perry? Okay. It's heartbreaking, and to have all these lies and misinformation in the middle of this is probably, I'm going to say, one of the worst fires I've ever seen in my entire life in California, period. Not just California. I haven't seen a city set on fire like this ever, not in my lifetime. To use this as a political way to get at your opponent is crazy. We need to save lives. And now I just wonder what's going to happen to those people. Okay, let's say you don't have enough money because they say insurance is tripping with people, right? They say you have to send in an item that's missing, and they could see if it qualifies to be covered in insurance. Like, well, send in a picture. What if my pictures were in the, I don't get it. But anyway, they're trying not to pay out as many insurance policies. But you still owe that, right? Because you took a loan out for whatever amount. Let's say your house is paid off. It's still going to take years before they rebuild this stuff. Years. So what happens to the people when your house is burned? If you're poor, oh my, it's devastating. Well, it's devastating if you're poor or rich, but when you're poor, then you have to rely on the government to try to help you with something that you had no doing in. It's just devastating. It's hard to watch, and I think this is like the 5th day. It's just, it's not slowing down, and I don't know. It's just devastating. And to say that Black people were looting, that's crazy. No, Black people are trying to save their lives.
Hey, Sherelle, can you hear me now?
Yeah, what happened?
I have no idea. I had to go all the way out and then hit the settings. Like, because my soundboard had went out or something, it disconnected.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you're back. I didn't know what to do. I just spoke my heart. It's devastating.
Yeah. And that's the crazy part. And then I had more things, but when I got bounced
keep
out,
going.
It actually erased my other clips I wanted to show, but that's the crazy part.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna see if I can find them.
I'm gonna read the chat. The insurance companies have canceled fire insurance last year, according to the homeowners. They did that last year, but they're also being very wishy-washy on what they're gonna pay for.
What were you talking to Barack Obama about?
It did look very friendly.
Okay. Go ahead, Sherelle.
I'm just saying how the insurance is, they're not, you get insurance so you don't have to worry about this stuff, but they're not handing out money. If they get back with you, some people can't get through. Some people, they're saying, well, send us a picture of what is missing. What? How do you send somebody a picture of what's missing? And plus, right now, it's dangerous to go back in some neighborhoods. So sometimes they put out a fire in this neighborhood, right? And they think it's all gone. And then for some reason, under all of the rubble, sparks another fire. It's just a lot. I've never seen nothing like this in my life. And so, what's going to happen to California? California is a real rich state because a lot of people are from the entertainment industry there. Oh, go ahead. You ready?
Yeah, go ahead. No, go ahead.
They're from the entertainment industry. And so when I say these are rich areas, I'm talking rich, like multi-million, like rich.
Yeah.
I seen the thing of Ricky Lake. Ricky Lake said she had saved her whole life. She did that show. Do you guys remember the Ricky Lake show? And, you don't live in those areas and broke. But anyway, she said she saved and bought her dream home, but now she can't replace it. It's just bad. It's just bad.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, because like the problem is, if you bought a house 10 years ago, you paid that, I guess the insurance company will cover that amount, but to get that house built again like that now.
Right.
And especially if, the man that's going to be in charge in about 9 days or so, if he gonna get rid of all the undocumented workers, building houses is gonna get, because a lot of construction workers are undocumented. And
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them, right? That does that, stuff, paving driveways and doing all these type of things. That the price gonna keep going up. It's gonna keep
What
going up.
you're saying it's
So
gonna be more expensive?
yeah,
Huh?
why do you think these companies hire the undocumented workers? Because they could pay them a lower wage, which it increase their profit. And see, Trump, even with that, I'm almost to the point that he lying about all that shit too. Because Trump is just I don't know what I want to call him, but he's like a bullshitter. He's just a straight up bullshitter that just lie about everything. He lie, do whatever. It doesn't matter. I was trying to find this picture. I don't know how to even pull it up, but I'll see if I can find it in a minute.
What's going to happen to the beautiful, just the neighborhoods? Let's just take it away out of money, because there was average neighborhoods too that got burned down. All that takes time to rebuild and money.
Right. And you can rest to believe, because ain't nothing cheap in LA.
Nothing.
If you was in a place for $2,000, by the time they rebuild it, you paying damn near $3,500 to $4,000. So when these people, most of these people who are displaced aren't going to be able to afford to come back to LA.
But why do you keep saying that? You keep saying that it's going to raise the prices of houses. Why do you keep saying that?
Because somebody got to rebuild the houses. If you own the house and you got a brand new house, now when you rent that back out or whatever, you're going to charge more, because it's going to cost that person more to build.
I see what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, but California can't get more expensive. It's one of the most expensive states in the United States.
I mean, we lived in California for a long time, many years.
Yeah.
And it kept getting expensive year after year after year. It never stopped, Sherelle.
Yeah.
It never stopped. Look
when
at the
I tell you guys that California is expensive, I know there are people in the chat from California. If you've never been to California, it's unheard of. Like I said, I have a friend that has a 1,200 square foot house, 1,200, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 million. What is that? It's that. And now I can't hear you. You have to come back out and go back in because it makes a loud noise. Thanks. I hate that shit. Perry's show is messing up. Just leave Los Angeles, New York, San Francisco, and all those places. It's not like they are popping like they used to be. I mean, that's what a lot of people are going to have to do, move out of there. And now it's going to be a new LA. I don't know what to expect. Is my phone or the sound is it that my phone or the sound is tripping? The sound is tripping. I don't know what's going on. Hawaii to New York, too high. Carrie, it's not working. You're gonna have to shut your show down and find out what's going on. You gotta, Harry, come out and come back in. The house costs so much to cover the debt, as G traders agree. It's just inflation. Our cost of living is just unbelievable. It's just believable. Okay, I hear Sherelle just talking. Okay, thank you, Dana. Just wait till Trump is in office. I don't know. It bothers me. I have a lot of friends in California. I lived in California. And my heart's always going to be in California. It's just where biblically good is angry. The book of Revelations, pay attention to the signs. It will be worse than Sodom and Gomorrah. No. I can't hear you at all. Okay. Sodom and Gomorrah, continue blessings and forgiveness to each of us. Forgiveness to each of us, and pray for pray. We're helpless. All you can do is pray. It's going to be a place for the robots and the cars for people with no drivers. Smart city. Ooh, I heard about that. the aliens are trying to shut Perry down. Okay, every time he tries to open his mouth, he's only been doing this a couple minutes, about 14, 20 minutes, and now I believe it's Mega doing it. Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, you guys. Let me let Perry take over.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, sorry everybody. Sorry about that. Shit, I don't know what's going on, but it's about ridiculous. And then when I need to stop it, you're gonna have to stop it upstairs for me. Let me see. Hey everybody. Sorry about that. Can y'all hear me? Oh, you know what? I can't drag nobody across. I'm not at my thing. But look, people, this is what I'm trying to tell you. Like, if we thought we had things to worry about, we truly got to worry about them, because this man will be in office, what, 10 days from now? 11, 9 days? He gonna be in office. And now all hell gonna break loose. Right now, he can't control himself. And this far right people that's out there, these racist people, are already throwing out their antics. They are throwing it out there already. Just, oh, look at this. Oh, the undocumented workers. Oh, look at the looters on scooters. And you know damn well, if they could show you anything, they would have showed you the looters on scooters. And you notice you ain't seen nothing like that? Not a damn thing, right? So this is just crazy. Like, you got Trump, and then I had a picture I was going to show you that Melania, you know, the thing you get for the funeral, she had it upside down, so she wasn't even interested in that. Sitting there, holding it, mad because she had to be there and act like she cared about Trump. She's going through a lot of things, but I guess she's getting paid for it. You know what I'm saying? So that's more than most people in the United States, and she's going to be better off than us, because we about ready to hit some hard times. He does all these things to basically just criticize. Oh, I'm going to take over Canada, Mexico, Panama Canal. He's saying this stuff with no intentions on doing it, people. He just having us look over here and say, oh, how ridiculous that while he spread the wealth to the wealthy people, he just spread the shit over, right? That's his MO. He's throwing us off. And then you still occupied on like, well, what's going on in Canada, Mexico, Panama Canal? No, what's going on in the United States? Has he lowered any damn bill? Your grocery bill, energy bill, made homes affordable? He ain't gonna do none of that shit. And people still want to believe in him. Oh yeah, he made America great. Okay. I think doing his thing, he probably was out of school, didn't have school for damn near 2 years, because he denied that it was some stuff going on in the United States. Just drink some bleach and it'll go away. That's the kind of man we're dealing with. That's the kind of person we're dealing with. And it's pathetic. But typically, I was like, I'm going to do this show. We might have something to talk about once a week. It might be something to talk about 4 or 5 times a week. And that's why I wanted to come on today, to really even get back into talking about it. Because if I wait till tomorrow and talk about what he do tomorrow, we'll never get around to what his ass have done up to this point. So it's sort of crazy. It's sort of crazy. But I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with my damn computer. It's acting up. But you guys came through. You know, thanks for all y'all support and everything. I truly appreciate it. You know, I'm glad y'all came through. But these are the things we have to deal with him. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, look, we're going about ready to go into some bad times, people. I mean, is it gonna be worse right off the top? No, I don't think everything gonna happen right away. But he's not gonna be this savior that everybody think he is. Oh, when Trump's in office, everything will be great again. We'll be able to eat 4 or 5 times a week. If you eating 3 times a week now, give it about 2 months of him being in office, you'll be eating twice a week. Because before you even gain anything from Trump presidency, you got to go through some pain and gain first. Because his whole thing, the only thing he haven't changed his mind on, all the stuff he campaigned about, is giving the billionaires tax breaks. That's the only thing. And then he know MAGA gonna be there because a racist is gonna be a racist from the day they got out of Huggies to the day of their passing. And he know he can count on that. So he ain't got to give them nothing but some racist things to talk about, and they're happy. So these are the things we about ready to go through with him. He ain't helping nobody out.
Getting my whole family out. All you have in
He ain't helping nobody out. So while I try to work this thing out, hey Perry, new to the channel. Hey, thanks people. Thanks for all the new people for joining. I truly appreciate it. That's really cool. But because we're gonna have a lot of politics to talk about. And I was planning on going for at least an hour and a half today, but I may have to get cut short, but I'm gonna keep going as long as I can and see if we can get the other computer working. Because I can't do nothing from this computer really, but just talk. But that's what's going on, people. Like they going out here on the internet, you know. Hold on one second. Well, anyway, so Sherelle's trying to help me out, and what she's gonna do, because I'm down here in her office now, so she's gonna put something up, some more clips that I want to tell you about. So Sherelle, I mean, basically, we talking about Trump and his lies, and nobody questioned him. They just believe what he says, and the shit do not have to make sense. Sherelle, can you put the one up for the about him lying about the fish, if you can hear me? Sherelle, can you hear me? Yeah, now I can just barely see this. But Trump accused Newsom of prioritizing endangered fish species over protecting residents from wildfires. So basically, he's saying instead of pooling water, having water, he wanted to make sure he protected the fish that I think is like called smelt or whatever, right? Trump, look, act as if he never left the kindergarten. You know, most kids get sick, they move out. He probably stayed there his whole, like maybe, what's that, about 13 years? And he's the only grown up in there wearing the pins in the kindergarten. So he's just a trip. But Trump repeated the claim in the runoff to November's election on Joe Rogan's podcast. So, and then he'll use all these other podcasts that's sort of out there, promising them views, because they get views when he go on there, and they'll just let him lie, be racist. But ain't no way that somebody's putting fish over humans. But nobody's questioning him. Nobody's questioning him. And then he lied about something else. I had a clip. It's a clip about him. Oh, no, he didn't lie about this. You remember at the funeral, Trump was sitting next to Barack and kept whispering So I guess he's having a little kind of conference, and they asked him what they was talking about. And I want you to hear, he'll lie through this too. And he know damn well Barack didn't want to talk to him. Sherelle, can you play that clip?
Today, what were you talking to Barack Obama about?
It did look very friendly, I must say.
I thought you guys hated each other.
I didn't realize it, how friendly it looked. I saw it on your wonderful network just a little while ago before I came in, and I said, boy, they look like two people that like each other. And we probably do. We have little different philosophies, right? But we probably do. I don't know, we just got along. But I got along with just about everybody on that. We met backstage, as you know, before we went on. And I thought it was a beautiful service, but we all got along very well.
See, people, you hear that? Oh, yeah, I mean, we were just having a nice conversation. And when we got backstage, we really partied up, and everybody was embracing me and talking to me. Stop lying. When your ass went backstage, ain't nobody talked to you, but probably some dumbass Republican. Bush and them, a lot of Bush, like half of them didn't talk to you. If they did anything, they gave you the middle finger. And he acting like how popular he was backstage. That's bullshit. He lying. He lying. Because if they said something to him, he'll be out here telling you what they said. They ain't shake your hand. They ain't want to look at you. So how in the hell you want Perry to think they talk to your dumb ass backstage? This is what we got to deal with, people. I'm telling you, this is what we get to deal with. And yeah, somebody said Pence's wife stubbed them up. Yeah, snubbed them. I mean, because everybody know what he was trying to do to her husband when they took over the Capitol. She snubbed him, and that's what she should have done. And I feel sorry for Barack to even have to pretend like to be cordial. You know, and he's sitting there, oh yeah, we had a great time. They was glad to see me. Barack didn't want to sit next to you. I mean, yeah, your wife didn't want to sit next to you. She didn't even want to be there. She'd rather be hanging out with Vice President Musk or somewhere eating, doing her nails. In any place she didn't have to see your ass, Trump. That's what she probably wished she was. Somebody said her daughter said she was at the Capitol. I don't know. Let me see. Right, Perry. Look, so that's pretty much what's going on. And I wish I was still at my own desk and had more things to say. But let me probably end it, you know, maybe go ahead and end this and try to fix my computer. And I might come back tomorrow with a live, just so we can get into some more things. But right now, it's not really comfortable sitting at somebody else's desk without all my material that I had. So I want to thank you guys for coming. And if you ain't subbed to the channel, if you like it, please sub. Please give it a like. It do help the video. And let me know what you guys think in the bottom. Has Trump taken this crisis to be racist, to pump up Fox? And tell me in the comments, do you think Fox is out there just wanting to pick on the minorities to get things started? These are things Trump want to have us focus on while he give the billionaires the tax breaks. So until tomorrow, people, and I will try to come on tomorrow. If it's nothing but 30 minutes, I'll try to come on tomorrow and we'll talk about some more stuff. So until tomorrow, I want to say thank you guys for coming. And I'm going to see if my wife can end it for me. I appreciate it, people.